Greetings Internet, my name is the Bearded Ferret and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Thoughts, Ideas, Reaction, bloody blah. Let's talk about some cool Pokemon video. Today, we've got 5 new Pokemon to talk about. Most of them we already knew about. We did get a couple of brand new ones and it's pretty cool. We actually got some cool ones this time, and I know I've said in the past couple have been kind of meh, cool but not the best, but a couple of these other ones are like, yeah, these guys are cool, I like it. So we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna quickly ramble on about these guys. This will probably be a quicker thoughts and reaction video, especially considering I'm already late to the party once again, but shit happens, man. I only have a certain amount of times that I can record, and when these things come out at inconvenient times for me, there's only so much I can do. But anyway, if you're excited for this video, do give that like button, a nice little poke for me. And without further ado, let's start off with our first one here. We have Stuffle, the pre-evolution of Beware. Now, we got this guy revealed a little while back in Korokoro, but now we've gotten like an official, more clean and mystique release for this little guy. This little cuddly bear, and he's all happy, and he actually he looks better to me than Beware does, in that he's adorable. He's like a little stuffed animal Pokemon, and he's cute. He is cute. At first, when he first was revealed, it was like, whatever. He's kind of the same page as Beware. But now that I've seen him, like, in the game, and we've got more, like, pretty images for him, it's like, okay, I can get behind. He's a cute little stuffed bear. And, yeah, I mean, he's a normal fighting type. He's a struggle Pokemon, you know. He's got cool appearance and movement, plus the fluffy feel of its fur, all combined to make it super popular. This Pokemon may have a small body, but its strength is extraordinary. Receiving one of its powerful hits without being prepared for it can bring down even well-trained Pokemon. So, he's cute, but he's tough. That's interesting. I'm kind of hoping, but I doubt it at the same time, that there's a third evolution, and that Beware is kind of the in-between, because he just seems a little awkward. Like, he's kind of evolved a little, but there's still more. But at the same time, to me, Stuffle and Beware seem like the Teddiursa, Ursaring, Kochu, Baratic, Pancham, Pangoro of this generation. So I doubt there will be anything beyond Beware, but it would be nice to see. But all in all, you know, there's not really much else about Stuffle. He's a cute little bear. Evolves into a terrifying monster that's not really that cool to me, but that's about it for him. Next, we've got the Sandcastle Pokemon that we got in Korokoro, but now once again we've got clean, and we get to see them in the trailer, and they are cool. They're Ghost Ground type, of course, and we have their English names now is Sandygast and Palosand, like pile of sand. But I mean, they're cool. I like them. I like the fact that they're Ghost Ground. They're pretty sweet. I think it's kind of funny that all Sandygast have a shovel shoved in their head upside down, and then for Palo Sand, the shovel has turned up into like a little boy. It's a cool design. I mean, a lot of people tend to hate, or I feel like tend to hate on the Pokemon based off of items or piles of sand in this case, but I mean, it's cool, you know. A ghost possessed a pile of sand and wanted to be a sandcastle. You haven't ever wanted to be a sandcastle? Everybody wants to be a sandcastle. But yeah, I mean, we already know about these guys more or less. You know, Sandygast emerged from grudges of Pokemon, and Palos Sand basically eats Pokemon, and the grudges of the Pokemon that got eaten turned into other Sandygast. It's pretty fucking crazy, and it's really cool, and it's just another point that Dark Rising is wrong about ghost Pokemon not being scary, and they are fucking scary. This sandcastle is terrifying. You don't want to mess with this sandcastle. Yeah, I mean, let's take a little bit of a closer look, though, just in case there's something else. The way I do these, in case you guys don't know, is I just go to Cerebi, and I go to the 7th generation Pokemon, and I just look at them and I read what Cerebi has to say about it, and I call it good. That's why a lot of times I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking straight ahead, because I'm looking at Cerebi, but you guys are up here, so hi. How's it going? So Sandygast emerge when the grudges of Pokemon and other creatures soak into the and after they fall in battle. In essence, it's a possessed lump of sand. If you heedlessly grab a Sandygast shovel, you'll fall under the Pokemon's control. Ah, that's new. The Sandygast uses its power to manipulate children into gathering sand to increase the size of its body. If a Sandygast loses its shovel, it may put up a tree branch, a flag, or any item in its place. These Sandygasts are wanderers in search for their own shovels. The tunnel-like mouth of the Sandygast can suck the vitality from people and Pokemon. Apparently, it's a test of courage in the Alola region to put your hand in a Sandygast's mouth. Alright, so there is some new information there. First of all, fuck that. Like, I could just picture like a bunch of like punk teenage kids like, dude, I dare you to stick your arm in that sandghast's mouth. And then, you know, the kid's like, oh, I want to be cool, I'm gonna go do it. And he sticks it in and the sandghast eats him. So fuck that shit. I ain't poking anything in the mouth. But it's interesting that, you know, the shovel is the main thing that they want, that they will replace it with other things, but then they'll be like, bitch, where's my fucking shovel? You better give me my shovel. But then after that, Palo-Sand controls human adults, making them build a sandcastle that provides camouflage, and also raises its defensive abilities. Unlike Sandy-Gas, if Palo-Sand loses some of the sand from its body, it can restore itself on its own. When moving about in search of prey, the shovel on top of Palo-Sand's head revolves. It is said that the shovel could be serving as some kind of radar. Palo-Sand loved the vitality of Pokemon and drags small Pokemon into its body so it can steal their life force. Its sandy vortex swallows them up in a heartbeat. Pokemon dragged into Palo-Sand leave traces of their ill will behind. It's thought that this negative energy may be the starting point of new Sandyghasts. So yeah, I'm glad I read that because that's terrifying. So Sandygas gets kids to take control, which a lot of time you hear that ghost Pokemon either being kids or taking control of kids, but Palo-Sand's like, fuck that shit, give me them adults. You know, adults want to build sandcastles, you can build me. So that's interesting. There's a couple of terrifying ghosts. But after that, we've got the Turtonator. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's a blast turtle Pokemon. It's a fire Blastoise. But it's a fire dragon type, which makes it even more interesting. It's got a really cool design. Like, I really, really, really like Turtonator. It's really cool. I really like it. Like, one of my buddies was asking me if, because they hadn't watched the My Pokemon for Sun and Moon video yet, and they asked me if Turtonator was on there, and I was like, no, I made that before Turtonator was announced, and as much as I would want to put Turtonator on my team, I've already got so much fire on my team, so I probably wouldn't, but still, this guy is a badass, and I think he's awesome. He's one of the coolest dragons around. But because Turtonator lives in volcanoes, feeding on sulfur and other materials found near volcanic craters, its shell has a layer of explosive material, mostly sulfur. When something strikes this Pokemon, sparks fly from the horns on its shell, igniting an explosion. In areas around volcanic craters, this Pokemon camouflages itself as a rock and waits for prey. At the moment when its prey steps onto the back of its shell, Turtonator strikes its shell with its own tail, triggering an explosion. The explosive blasts triggered from Turtonator's backs are released through an orifice located on the middle front of the Pokemon's body. This is Turtonator's weak point. Attacks landing on its stomach will cause it a great deal of damage. So yeah, this guy's like, just a little, oh look at you, come relax on a rock, kaboom! So it's pretty cool. It's basically the power blast turtle explosive destruction awesome mon, and I really like it. It is such a cool, and I like the name Turtonator. And one of the memes I saw from this guy was really funny is Doofenshmirtz, I think that's his name, from Phineas and Ferb, and he always names his thing something-a-nator, so he's like, I shall call it the Turtonator. And then other people were like, you should have called it the Turtonator-nator, and it's just really funny. But anyway, that side note aside, this last mon is actually my favorite of everything we've gotten so far, and that is Brawler. He's really cool. He's a little crab, and he's a pure fighting type, which I think is interesting. I first thought he would be a water fighting, but I guess it's based on like a coconut crab. I read somewhere on the internet. I don't know how true that is, but it's, you know, it's Brawler. It's like a fighting crab, and it's a fighting type. It's the boxing Pokemon. It's a crab Hitmonchan. It's a Lola Hitmonchan. But yeah, so we got Brawler here, and Brawler has a personality that really hates to lose, and it's driven not only to aim for a higher position than its fellows in terms of social standing, but literally to aim for a higher position in the landscape. Perhaps as a result, it's sometimes found clinging to tall people or to the walls of buildings. If you try to remove one against its will, you'll be met with a sound punch. Brawler's favorite food is berries. It punches the trunks of trees to give the branches a good shake and knock any ripe berries to the ground so it can feast. Many Brawler may gather around a tree, but only the one that emerges victorious in battle against all the others receives the privilege of eating the ripe berries. Brawler uses its claws to protect its face and belly while getting in close to an opponent to throw punches. Its punches are powerful enough to split tree trunks And Crabrawler's pincers are sometimes torn off during its bouts, and they are said to be delicious. So interesting. But yeah, overall it's cool, and I'm interested to see what Brawler will become. Like, it's a fighting crab. Like, what more can you do with that? So I'm definitely interested to see what Brawler will become. But one of the main things that like just kind of makes me laugh when it comes to Brawler, it might just be me, but I think it looks like Johnny Bravo. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I mean, you know, aside from the shades, like, you know, his head, the way his feelers are going up, it looks like Johnny Bravo, and he's got like that smug look like Johnny Bravo would have if he wasn't wearing glasses. And he's like a muscle man, which of course Johnny Bravo is muscliest of muscle and always trying to impress the ladies and stand on the highest status of social media. And that's Brawler, so I would definitely be nicknaming my Brawlers Johnny Bravo. But yeah, so that's about it. That's everybody we got. You know, most of it was old, but a couple of new ones in the end there. You know, that's really all the news we got. More Pokemon, and I love Brawler. Brawler would be one of the ones on my team. Like, I want Brawler there. I don't really know what else I would do, like, to mix it up, and we don't really need to get into that, but Brawler is awesome. I can't wait to see what Brawler becomes, and it's just I don't know where to go with this. I just got home from work, and I finally had a chance to record this, so I just hit that record button and I'm going with it. So if you enjoyed this video, do give that like button a nice little poke for me. Scroll on over and poke the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget scrolling down, leave a comment, share the video with your friends, and all that other happy lucky stuff. But until next time, guys, see you then.